Do you need great jewelry for dungeons, raids, or PvP that otherwise would be expensive to buy, craft, or you would have to go out of your way to get it? I present you Cutlass Key's Well of Fortune, where you can get insane items if luck is on your side. I collected over 25,000 doubloons over the course of 1 month to buy 100 Goldcursed Trinket Crates to show you what you could expect from these. If you open these crates, you can get an earring, a ring, or an amulet up to 710 gear score, and it is a guaranteed legendary. All you need is Mystic Dubloons, and if you don't know where to get them, there are 3 main ways of getting them. You can join a Cutlass Key chest run for about 650 doubloons per run. You can do daily quests in Cutlass Keys that give about 600 doubloons with chests. And you can go to the PvP area and get around 300 to 1k doubloons. Just be mindful that if you die there with your cursed doubloons, you will lose half of them. I raked in 25,000 doubloons by doing 1 to 2 CK chest runs a day with some occasional questings on the side. To give you an idea what perks and stats you can roll, let's look at these perk buckets of Goldcursed jewelry, so we know what our chances are. Since these crates are affected by loot bias, then your highest stat will determine what attribute items you will get the most, but you can get other attributes too. Also note that luck from your gear or trophies will not improve your chances. This is a complete dice roll, apart from getting a gem slot, which is 100%. Now let's take a look at all of the possible perks. Firstly, the Goldcursed earring. You can roll 3 perks, and the bucket is same for all rolls, so you will get any combination of these. Secondly, the Goldcursed ring. You can roll 2 perks off of this bucket and a 3rd perk from another bucket. Thirdly, the Goldcursed amulet. You can roll 2 perks off of this bucket and a 3rd perk from another bucket. Now that we know what we can expect, let's get to the opening. Since I need dexterity and strength jewelry, I will do the first 50 crates with dexterity as my highest attribute, and then the last 50 crates as strength. Hopefully luck is on my side today. I hope you enjoy, and let's roll. And that was the 100th crate. Hopefully you saw something that you would need yourself as well. I'll show you what I thought was worth keeping and what is the outcome of salvaging the rest. And just to have a comprehensive overview for you guys, I've put everything into the Excel, link is in the description. Most of my decisions are from a DPS perspective, so keep that in mind. So from the earrings, we kept 708 in case I ever run a DPS build that might need some extra stamina regeneration. The 707 gear score is a decently balanced DPS earring with some nice regeneration. 701 is a tank earring, which I will just keep just in case, because I might want to play tank in the future. So Despised on an earring is absolute must-have, and the other perks would complement it. From the amulets, we kept quite many because there were more useful choices for me. Firstly, the 710 slash protection refreshing health. Not a perfect roll on the refreshing, I would rather have it on gear, but it's alright. It's good enough when there are lots of trash mobs that do slash damage. I think it would do okay in PvP as well, against hatchets, great swords, all that. Same goes for the 705 slash amulet. This one has a refreshing recovery, which may come in handy if you have some sort of utility that can turn fights around. The other 705 amulets both are void protection amulets, which are valid choices when doing mutations where there's lots of void damage. The empowered one is a good ring for DPS, and the alchemist one might offer more survivability. The 702 amulet is pretty much ideal for Gorgon's first boss. It gives you strike damage protection, health, and empowered, which is really good if you want to be in close range and deal damage to the boss. There's another 700 amulet with strike protection and divine, if you would like perhaps a little bit more survivability in the Gorgon's first boss. The 700 amulet with void protection, empowered, and health, it would be something that I definitely would use. It has all the perks I'm looking for if there was a mutation with void damage. This is a okay amulet for PvP scenarios when you are against fire staff users, or you could also use it in fire mutations for that extra flame protection. 699 frozen protection, empowered health, same story as before, super useful in mutations where there are ice damage. This 697 amulet I picked out because it offers nature protection and it has a divine perk on it. So if you're kind of struggling on Gorgon's second and third boss, this is pretty much the perfect amulet for you. And it also can be used in nature damage mutations for that extra protection. The 687 amulet is very unique because we got super lucky with that Adored Logging Lock perk. To roll that perk is a 0.04% chance, and I'm definitely keeping that amulet when I'm planning to go do some wood cutting. Now about the rings, the 704 ring is a really decent DPS ring. I'm pretty sure even tanks can use this if you're using Butcher, so slash damage, more stamina, longer bleeds, really good. The 703 gear score ring I picked because it has an interesting perk combination. It would be very interesting to try it out in PvP. I think you could do some serious damage with it, although the only downside is that it's not very good in 1 versus 1 situation. You would much rather have it in some kind of a bigger fight. The 700 ring is overall very decent DPS ring because it offers lifesteal and some extra stamina as well. The refreshing part is not ideal, but it's alright. All of the rest jewelry I salvaged and got 249 coins, and we also got 42 infused jewelry fragments, which would total to around 650 gold in my server if I were to sell these. On top of that, we got 83 dark matter. So these crates are definitely worth buying with your doubloons if you don't have any decent jewelry. As we all know, jewelry from the trading post, like decent jewelry from the trading post, can be very expensive, but if you were to use these doubloons, then technically these are free. Hopefully I was able to provide you with some helpful insight about this particular crate. If you would like to support me, then like the video, subscribe to my channel. Comments are always welcome. Until next time.